Well, it's picked up the rain a little bit. I've got a poncho on, so I apologize if any noise interference. Okay. So there's another place that you can step down, get a little bit closer. I got some really good photos. Should be able to see everything. It's really cool. If you, I actually drive over there after I'm done here, if I have enough daylight. Actually, Hickman's Creek, I think, is what you see pouring out over there. I don't know if you can see that green coming out, but I believe that it's Hickman's Creek. And that water, that is really cool. I'm going to try to get out there. I got a mile to get back to the car, and then I'll drive over there and see if I can't get some photos close up. I'll actually see if I can take a photo or two from here. Cool. All right. I'm gonna head back. I'll let you guys come with me for a minute. I feel like I get better footage with the head strap, but this is more comfortable. $50 degrees, rainy. I don't know. Let's be honest. It's just as peaceful and serene as if it were 70 and bright and sunny. Just different. It hits different. So I mentioned business, being about my business. That's something I tell myself all the time. I should just focus on the business. And it is. It's something I spend a lot of time working on. Get distracted. Sometimes I want distraction. I don't want to burn out. And I feel burnout. And I suppose chasing after a female satisfies some innate urge inside of me that wants to mate, wants to connect emotionally and intimately to the opposite sex. In my situation, the rain's starting to come down a little harder. So I'm going to do a short loop. I could just go back, but I know of I'll get a couple miles out of this if maybe I'll get 3 miles out of this if I can do this right. Go. Yeah, somewhere up here. I'll take a left here shortly. Well, business. Figured out how to make money for myself. Doing it all right, I suppose. Paying my taxes. Paying all the things I need to pay for. And I can make a living on my own. And that's really nice. It's not what I expected at 38 years old when I was, say, 18 years old, 20 years ago. Sounds so old. At one point in my life, I think I wanted to be a truck driver and do over the road. And I'll be honest, there are days when that does still seem appealing to me. But pay's not there. Howdy.
Hey.
I got an extra poncho if you want one.
No, I got one here.
Okay.
I'm fine, thank you.
Uh-huh. Thought about doing landscaping. I don't have a college education, and at some point in my life I realized I probably never would have a college education. I took a semester of business administration at a community college and did okay, but I've got kids and I had the business already, and I just felt stretching myself too thin. So even though I'm working a white-collar job, I'm self-taught, and I don't think I make that much more than somebody who owns their own landscaping business. In fact, I know I don't. I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about this country is we can make whatever we want of it, I suppose. It comes easier for some than others. I don't know. Life's one of those things. I don't know how it all works itself out, but I know I personally have worked pretty hard to get where I'm at, and I don't intend to slow down. But yeah, I would spend more time on my business, but I know what burnout does to a person, and honestly, it contributed to some sleep issues. It contributed to more stress and anxiety than I can deal with. And I turned to substances to help me navigate that, and decided, no, we're just not going to work as hard. We're just going to do what we need to do to get by. So I think that's my only argument about just focusing on the business. So give myself the free time. Then I've got the free time. I'll think about a woman. I want to share my time and the fruits of my labor with my children, with my business partners, people who help the dream team, so to speak, and ideally I'm a life partner. But I guess it just helps to vent sometimes. Just say things. Just start talking. I suppose that's about what this is. I'd love to get an important phone call one day. So these videos, kayaking, hiking, and I suppose whatever else I want to make videos about, go right along with everything else I've done on this channel in the past. It's kind of whatever I feel like. Completely switching direction here with the dialogue, but I think as technology has come along over the last decade or so, maybe even, I know longer than that. I've been recording videos, and I have my first YouTube channel. I posted a video where I made an RC car, a cheap $20 Walmart RC car, a lot faster just by soldering on extra 9-volt battery connectors and just hacking it. And I think I, over the years, have reached 30, 40,000 views on that. And there's some other channels that did okay. There were some times I would buy a car for cheap and strip any valuable parts off of it and then scrap it for cash, make a few $100 extra, record those videos and post them record the car being scrapped, which is pretty cool. Parkour videos, don't really do a lot of parkour anymore. Can still get around plenty fine. My teenager thinks I'm pretty wild, but that was so long ago that the cameras, well, you couldn't even use a camera phone. They were so poor quality. So when would that have been? That would have been 2005. Close to 20 years ago, 18 years ago. But anyway, I started a new channel. Kind of wanted to focus on a few things: small businesses, recovery stories, which I have a separate YouTube channel dedicated to the recovery stories, but they may end up just coming into this Jared Thornton channel, because I'm just gonna vlog about whatever I want to vlog about. But the big hang up for me is I don't have enough time to commit to, and I'm just not interested in spending the time doing video editing, processing, and all that. I just want to be able to record a video and throw it up in as few steps as possible. So this GoPro, I think, should help me, and I may end up finding somebody that'll do it for cheap, to just give them access to the videos and say, hey, throw me together for 10, 15 bucks, slap all these guys together, send me back the file, and I'll upload it to YouTube. But the GoPro ecosystem seems like it's a really straightforward process for just recording video. So far, I love it. You just hit record and you hit stop record. I'm using the Hero 11. A lot of features baked in. The cloud seems great. I get home and just plug it into charge, and it automatically just uploads everything, so that when I sit down at the computer, everything's already there. It's a lot, to be honest, it's a lot easier to just spend whatever, the 40 or 50 bucks a year to have access to their cloud than to sit there and worry about if my SD card's full. And when I get home, I've got to sit down and move all the files onto the computer, and then I gotta make sure that even with upgraded space and a couple terabytes, it's so easy to fill up drives. Okay, we're at a point where we need to go the long way or go the short way. We're gonna go the short way, which I've honestly never done before. Anyway, so my thought process with making these particular videos with the GoPro is I'll either do these in silence, or I'll rant and ramble, maybe like I am now, and then just throw them up when I have time to throw them up, and don't really want to spend any time doing them. I know the inspiration comes from the style of video that sometimes I fall asleep watching YouTube creators. I don't have a Netflix subscription. I don't have Hulu or Disney, or I've got Prime, but that's mostly for the kids and renting movies. I do that, but I've been paying for YouTube's premium services for several years now because I really enjoy watching YouTube creators. And I mean, I watch all the types of creators, the guys with money and budget to throw at it, and then the shops, the mom and pop mechanics, and guys who do, I think more similar to what I'm trying to do. Just record stuff, talk about stuff as I do it, and just keep on going. I just kind of want to share my perspective, give my feedback, have a cathartic release, so to speak. Place to vent, get things off my mind. More or less talking to myself with an intended audience. And hopefully some pretty views, some information about places you want to check out. Found another YouTuber who's doing hikes in the gorge, a lot of trails. He does a lot more editing than I care to deal with at this point anyway. I could change my mind, but I love this. You probably can't see them. There are a few white-tailed deer over here. Count 3. There's 4. 5. 6. I don't know if you can tell, I'm staring one down right now. There he goes. She. Well, that's the name of the game. Come out here and try to see if you can catch a glimpse of nature. Psychologically, I think society just living in the city and subscribed to box stores and processed foods all the time, and it doesn't seem to matter how much you throw at being healthy. fitting into all the systems just makes you sick. I really believe that. And I'm not subscribing to any specific conspiracy theory. I don't think things are that intentional. I think humans just, we've naturally progressed to the state at which we are, and this is how things work. The world is the way it is because it's the way we've made the world. And put any more thought into it than that, and I'm gonna want to be off the grid with the tinfoil hat, which honestly doesn't sound bad half the time. But I do enjoy the comforts of some of the modern technology that we have, and whatever. It is what it is. Such is life. Tom Doorman, being right off of US 27's, a little noisier than any other trail in the area that I've been on. There isn't any point at which you're not hearing the state highway.